Hey, what's happening everyone? I am Sir James from Gamerfuzion.com, and in today's video I'm here to give you guys a small little product review on this little device here. And this is made by a company known as Trigger Devils, and what their product is about is that these are trigger stoppers made for the Xbox One controller, and it's a very simple and easy to use product. So just to quickly go over what is the purpose of a trigger stopper, and here is a visual example to explain that for you guys. When you're playing your games like first-person shooters, you will realize that you don't need to press down all the way on your bumpers in order to shoot your gun at all. By the time this reaches the midway point, it's going to send a signal through the controller allowing you to shoot your gun. So when you're pressing down all the way, you're also going to be losing an advantage against another opponent who's going to be coming at you, or it's going to reduce your reaction time altogether. So essentially what these do is that these stop it at the point where it issues that command, allowing you to get the upper hand and have a much more quicker reaction. Now do keep in mind that Trigger Devils are not considered cheating in any kind of way, and these are allowed at special events and even places like MLG. So once again, these are very simple to use, and these will pretty much just give you the slight advantage in first-person shooter games, so that way you don't have to press down all the way, and will stop it at the point in which the command is issued. Now just to quickly go over is how do they feel on your controller, and if it's something I recommend, and any issues that I ran into. So first off, when they are attached on your controller, these feel extremely well, and it really feels like you're pressing down on a trigger while playing first-person shooter games, kind of giving the a little bit more of an immersive feeling during your gameplay experience, which I really like the feel of that. I mean, I really like having something that sticks out and makes it a lot easier to press down, and just, you know, just feels good overall. And I really like the comfort factor of these. Now do keep in mind that if you rest your fingers kind of over these a little bit more, after about 2 or 3 hours there's going to be a little bit of a slight discomfort, but if you play while your fingers just slightly on it and not overhanging, then the comfort factor is going to be extremely well, and you're not going to run under any discomforts whatsoever. Now while using these, I did run into a slight issue, just do keep that in mind, is this is not compatible with every single first-person shooter game. As of right now, from the games I have tested, these work 100% of the time, meaning that any of these games that I'm about to list, there's going to be zero issues at all. Games like Call of Duty, any version of Call of Duty, games like Titanfall and Destiny, these work 100% of the time, meaning that there's not going to be a single issue at all. However, do keep in mind that depending on the game, there's going to be a slight issue, which from what I've heard, they're going to be making some slight modifications to make sure it's compatible with some of the other games that I'm about to list. So for example, when you're playing games like Battlefield 4 and you are a sniper type of class, this will not work while using the sniper class, because for some awkward reason you're going to have to press down a little bit more on the trigger than what is necessary to, for whatever reason. That's part of the game's development factor and not the product itself. So if you are a sniper in Battlefield 4 and you have these attached, these will not work because you won't be able to fire your sniper rifle, and you would have to remove these in order to do so. The other game is the Battlefield Hardline. I did test these out thoroughly with the beta with every single weapon, and I ran into the same issue while using the sniper class, is that these will not work while using the sniper rifle, and also at the same time while using the vehicles. So vehicles and sniper rifles in Battlefield Hardline, these will not work with that. Now in another game such as Halo, these will not work with the pulse rifle, and that's pretty much it that I've tested it out. So like I said, the main games that these are definitely designed for and work 100% of the time are things like Call of Duty. So if you're a Call of Duty player, then these are definitely a must-have. Games like Destiny and Titanfall, you're going to have no issues, but do keep in mind the issues I did list for Battlefield 4, Hardline, and of course Halo. So in the end, these are a really nice product. I did notice a much quicker reaction time, giving me the advantage over my opponents, and I gotta say I'm very satisfied with how this product was. Now when you do order these are going for about $10, and you get a set of 2, and there's a few different color options to go with. I chose green to kind of go with the theme that I have here, even though I was hoping for it to be a little bit more of a brighter lime green to kind of go with the control schemes I have going on in terms of the color wise. But other than that, these are extremely useful, and the shipping was great. And overall, like I said, the guy does plan on making some revisions and you know, editing these out a bit to make sure it's compatible 100% with some of the other games that I have listed, like the Battlefield games. But overall, in the end, These are definitely recommended if you play a lot of first-person shooter games, especially Call of Duty players out there. This is something you definitely want to have. And like I said, these are trigger stoppers for your controller, and normally when you get trigger stoppers and you get a custom controller, you're looking at spending at $80 to $100. These are only $10 and you get a set of 2, which do come with adhesive pads to already attach it on your controller. This is just what it looks like without them. And just in case the adhesive pads do end up coming off, you are able to replace that very simple and for very cheap. But like I said, these are trigger stoppers made by a company known as Trigger Devils. I definitely recommend this product, and if you guys have any questions, leave that in the comment section down below. Until then, I am Sir James from Gamerfuzion.com, where we empower your gaming.